Beauty used to be given by God, but nowadays, beauty can be bought and borrowed, readily sold by the world's top surgeons. Today, we are discussing Kate Cassidy and her quest, purchase, and acquisition of beauty. Remember to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up. This video is for educational purposes and protected under the copyright law of 1976. Everything that I say is alleged and solely my opinion. Okay, so let's go. Kate Cassidy comes to the forefront of the Liam Payne case when she abandons him in Argentina. That's right, she leaves him and decides to take a plane all by herself back to the United States, only to discover approximately 2 days later that he has unfortunately passed away. Let's take a look at the video that made her infamous. I'm going to show parts of her video from she made documenting her departure from Argentina.
Because I normally bring Squishmallows on the plane, but I gave it to Liam, so obviously.
This is the only time she mentions Liam's name. That is the only time she speaks his name in reference to something that she gave to him. She is not saying, "Oh, baby, I miss you," or "Liam, I'll see you when you get back home. Wish you were here." Nothing to that effect, which indicates that Liam is not on her mind. Remember, Brian Paz stated that their relationship was fake. In this video, it demonstrates that she focuses entirely on herself. She gives us extreme detail on every mundane aspect of her plane ride. Obviously, Liam was not someone that popped into her mind regularly. So that begs the question, why is she with him? I mean, she said that being with Liam was like being a hostage. What? How is that a hostage situation? How is it a hostage situation when you get to travel to exotic locations, be with the man you love, wear awesome clothes, have a $35,000 a month allowance, allegedly have access to a credit card? How is that a hostage situation? That portrayed Liam in a very, very negative light. And it is for this reason that she is phony. I want to clarify that any person who decides to get cosmetic surgery, that is not what makes you phony. What makes you phony are comments such as the one she made about her significant other. She equated Liam Payne, her significant other, to that of a hostage taker. She felt like she was in a hostage situation. Contrary to the current public image that she portrays, her looks are manufactured. Let's be clear, I am not against plastic surgery. If an individual desires to alter his or her own body, if a woman wants to augment her body, then do it, as long as you are doing that for yourself and not for a man or for any other partner. Yet, with all that being said, I believe in honesty. I believe in truth. I believe in clarity because people may look at her and believe the image. Some women or some people may say, "Well, I want to look like her. She is so lucky. Wow, look at her body. My face, my body, they just don't measure up. I don't look like that." This is where I come in because I am here to reveal that Kate Cassidy purchased her looks and has received a tremendous amount of plastic cosmetic surgery. It makes sense to start from the beginning, right? So I'm going to play for you portions of the video where her and Liam dictate how they met each other.
With me, Liam Payne.
So I'm Kate Cassidy. I am dating this guy here.
Okay, this is a great baseline because it shows us what she looks like naturally. This is taken only 2 months after they met. Only 2 months. Okay. So, yeah, we can see that naturally she has a very full face. We see some heaviness on the eyelids. Okay. We also see a smaller bust line. So, yes, her face was quite wide and not as contoured as we see now. This is Kate in her original form. And now let's take a look at what happened, because this was Kate Cassidy before the fake and phony gloss, and this is her now. Based upon these photographs and relying on my own personal experience in the medical field, and just with my own observational skills, and you will see this with me because it becomes so apparent. The first thing that I believe that Kate has had, I believe she's had a blepharoplasty, aka an eye lift surgery. These are some of the most common cosmetic surgeries, and this surgery is designed to eliminate excess skin and remove excess fat from her lower lids. See, look at her original photograph. See how she has those very, very heavy eyelids. It's so heavy that we can see a shadow actually being cast. And now how she is now, we definitely see that there is a more taut space in between the eye and the eyebrow. Okay, her actual eyebrow has been lifted in order to provide more of a contoured face and reduce the puffiness around the eyes. I also allege that she has had a rhinoplasty, okay, also known as a neck, also known as a nose job. And taking a closer look, we see that in her original face, her nose is a little bit flatter. She has a wider base right there at the base part of the nose. And but currently she has a much more defined nose bridge. See that? That is much more defined, providing a much more aquiline and a more contoured nose. She has also added a bit of a tip on the nose so it won't look as flat and gives it just that nice, elongated, yet defined features. Also, she most likely had a facial liposculpture. And in a facial liposculpture, that is where the contouring of the face comes in. See how her face was more of a square shape? Well, now it is more of a heart shape. She has the high cheekbones with the tailored chin, okay? And just look at the contrast that we have. Originally, we have a flatter, wider face. And now with the contouring and with the cheek implants, we have a more contoured face, one that is also considered quote unquote more feminine. To complete her facial look, she also has added blue contact lenses. All right, see, look at her eye color there. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it is definitely dimmer, a little bit darker than the eye color that she has now, which is a bright, brilliant blue. And yes, I allege that those are contact lenses because we can see the difference in color. All right, so let's take a look at this video just so we can see what procedures on her body she had. Okay, we discussed the face, and so moving through to her body, we have more pronounced chest, most likely achieved through breast implants because her chest was a lot less pronounced naturally. Also, when we see this video, this is a video of them leaving to go to Niall's concert. And see here we have a very, very, very slender, very, very thin, slender leg, most likely achieved through liposuction. Okay, so let's take a look at her progression because you will be able to identify older photos, and then as we continue on, you will see um, her looks throughout these various procedures. Okay, starting with this first one here, these were all taken during Fashion Week a few years ago in Paris. And from this here, okay, we can see that she has most likely started the rhinoplasty procedures because here we see the more pronounced and defined bridge, nose bridge, yet her face is still full. It's still very full, fuller than what we are used to. Here is another older photograph, and as you can see, she still has that fullness, still has the fat in her cheeks. Her face is very round, which nothing wrong with that. But just saying that, as we can see, it has definitely changed. She has definitely changed her look. Here is another photograph. Again, her looks are more natural here. Okay, we see here that we don't have any tanning. We have no tan skin at this point, and her face is still very full. Moving on. Okay, in this photo, she has definitely, definitely gotten the brow lift by this point, and also the cheek implants, giving her the more defined look. But this is still early on in that procedures because she's still waiting for things to settle and for the point in her chin to become more defined. So her face will actually become more contoured than what we see here. And this is the final product. All right, well, thank you so much.